Question number C 1.3.2. Try to concentrate here in this particular question. There are two concepts. One is of ratio analysis, which we have not done yet. Another is of dividend policy, which also we have not done yet. But you need to understand that it will be taught in dividend policy chapter as well as ratio analysis chapter. At that time, you will be understanding it 100%. But let us not skip this and just do it. JC Limited is planning an equity issue in current year. It has EPS of 20. And proposes to pay 60% dividend. So out of 20 rupees, it proposes to pay 60% dividend at a current year, with a PE ratio of 6.25. PE ratio, we will be learning in ratio analysis, it is MPS upon EPS is PE ratio. It wants to offer the issue at the market price. So my borrowings will be at market price. The floating cost is expected to be 4% of issue price. Determine the required rate of equity shares, that is cost of required rate of return on equity shares, that is cost of equity, before the issue and after the issue. Start. Try to concentrate. First, I am doing something before the issue. All right. See, PE ratio is MPS upon EPS. So if you do reciprocal of 1 upon PE ratio, that is reciprocal of PE ratio, 1 upon PE ratio, will be is equal to EPS upon MPS. This looks familiar. EPS is E1 upon MPS is P0, which is nothing but cost of equity. So 1 upon PE ratio can be taken as cost of equity. Is it all right? So cost of equity will be is equal to 1 upon what is PE ratio? 6.25. So 1 divided by 25 is 0.16, which is equal to 16%. This is a required rate of return of equity share holders, is it, or KE, is it all right? Now try to concentrate. How to find out first growth rate? Here growth rate is not given. Sir, if growth rate is not given, we cannot just ignore growth rate. The answer is no. Is it all right? Try to concentrate. We will be learning in dividend policy that growth rate is equal to B into R. So what is, say 16%? What does this mean? 16%. Try to concentrate. It is EPS divided by MPS. So if EPS is 16, MPS is 100. That is meaning of 16%. What does it mean? Investor are earning 16% rate of return. R is rate of return. B is retention ratio. Multiplied by 16%. What is the retention ratio? What is the dividend payout ratio? 60%. Then what is the retention ratio is 40%. This all you are going to learn in dividend policy. Just for the sake of solving, I have taken it over here. Start. So 16 into 0.4 will be 6.4% will be growth rate. Start. Before issue in the market, I am using dividend growth model . To find out KE, D1 upon P0 plus alright. What is not given is P0. Try to concentrate how to find out P0. We know PE ratio is MPS divided by EPS. What is PE ratio? 6.25. MPS we are not knowing. What is EPS we are knowing? EPS is 20. So 20 into 6.25 is nothing but MPS. MPS, which is nothing but P0, which is 20 into 6.25, which is 120. D1 we are knowing, no, D0 we are having. Is it alright? So D1 is equal to D0, that is 12, plus growth rate 6.4%. It is 12 into 12.768 will be D1. 12.768 divided by P0 is 125 plus G is 0.06. This will be my answer before issue. I'll teach you what is meaning of before issue and after issue. But this is before issue. Before issue, the answer will be 12.768 divided by 125 plus 0.064. It is 16.61. See, if you don't issue the shares in the market, there will be no flotation cost. But when the shares are issued in the market, there will be flotation cost. Of how much? 4% of issue price. What is the market price? 125. So 125 multiplied by 4%, 125 multiplied by 4%, that is rupees 5, will be flotation cost. In that case, my cost of equity will change. It will be 12.768 divided by P0, borrowings. Borrowings will be not 125, it will be 125 minus 5, that is 120 plus 0.064. This is 12.768 divided by 120 plus 0.064. It is 17.04. Two questions that were asked. If the shares are not issued in the market, there will be no flotation cost. You need to solve the question as if there is no flotation cost. If there is a flotation cost, you need to consider flotation cost if they are issued in the market. Is it all right? Yes. Some of the points like this, like this, like this, will not be understood till the time you do other chapters like ratio analysis and dividend policy. But at this stage, it is absolutely all right. I just didn't want it to keep it pending, so I just solve it right now.